The movie begins on June 4, 1987, introducing a young boy possessed by a malevolent spirit. Father, named Gabriele, works to treat him. Gabriele confronts the demon inside the boy, asking for its identity. The demon reveals itself but refuses to disclose its name. Gabriele commands the demon to leave the boy and possess a pig he brought along as proof of its true nature. After the demon complies, Gabriele shoots the pig, causing the demon to flee. The boy recovers, indicating Gabriele's exceptional priestly skills. Following the incident, there is a meeting of the church council where Gabriele is summoned. The council members inquire why he performed the exorcism on June 4 without permission. Gabriele clarifies that it wasn't an exorcism. Rather, the boy suffered from a mental illness, falsely believing he was possessed. He emphasizes that most cases involve mental illness rather than demonic possession, challenging the council's perception. Gabriele becomes angry at their dismissive attitude, fearing they aim to undermine the role of priests altogether. A council member mentions a deceased girl associated with Gabriele's past, further fueling his frustration. He abruptly leaves the meeting in agitation. In the next scene, we are introduced to Julia, a woman traveling from America to Spain with her young son and daughter. Julia's husband died in a car accident a year ago, in which their younger son was also involved. The surviving son, Henry, has since stopped speaking. Julia decides to repair and sell her late husband's family home to sustain themselves temporarily. While exploring the house, Julia's daughter feels uneasy and encounters a symbol on the wall, reminiscent of a large church. The symbol is partly obscured by a crack, causing her distress. Workers at the house also notice the symbol when inspecting the wall, inadvertently causing a sulfur gas explosion, leading them to refuse further work. During this time, strange occurrences begin to happen with Henry. His behavior becomes erratic, and he starts speaking again, albeit with a demonic voice. He inflicts a wound on his face, revealing his possession by a dangerous demon accidentally unleashed by the workers. Julia takes Henry to the hospital, where a doctor diagnoses him with trauma from his father's death, recommending psychiatric treatment. The doctor gives Julia an injection to subdue Henry if necessary. Julia, skeptical of the doctor's diagnosis, seeks help from Father Gabriele, the caretaker of the house. When Father Gabriele attempts to see Henry, the demon within throws him out. Meanwhile, Father Gabriele receives a message from his superior, manifested as a disembodied head, instructing him to go to Spain and aid a troubled family facing a demonic threat. The church is also at stake. Upon reaching Julia's house, Father Gabriele is surprised to witness the havoc wreaked by the demon possessing Henry. Gabriele expresses his desire to see Henry and confront the demon. In their encounter, the demon mocks Gabriele and reveals demonic eyes within Henry's gaze. The demon refuses to disclose its name, as knowing a demon's name makes exorcism and magic easier. The demon taunts Gabriele for his past as a former soldier who was discharged from duty. However, Gabriele remains undeterred. Henry then regurgitates a dead bird, unsettling Gabriele. He exits the room and informs Gabriele and Julia about the grave danger posed by the immensely powerful demon possessing Henry. Gabriele emphasizes the urgency of taking action, as Henry's life is at stake. Father Gabriele explains that Henry was deeply affected by the death of his father, which the demon took advantage of. However, it remains unclear what the demon's intentions were inside Henry. The demon also frightens Julia's daughter by mimicking her deceased father's voice during a phone call. This is where the demon begins its manipulations. Father Gabriele and Gabriele make preparations for Henry's exorcism. However, when they approach him, the demon reveals their past sins. It accuses Gabriele of being responsible for a girl's death and Gabriele of wrongdoing despite being a priest. Gabriele, overcome by guilt, attempts to strangle Henry, but Gabriele intervenes, preventing the completion of the exorcism. Gabriele shares his story with Gabriele, confessing that he fell in love with a girl who didn't know he was a priest. Their relationship turned sour, but Gabriele eventually decided to become a priest, leaving her behind. The demon seeks to exploit Gabriele's vulnerability by revealing this secret. Gabriele then shares his own story, recounting how he became a priest after losing all his comrades in war. He recalls his first case involving a girl who appeared possessed but was dismissed as mentally ill. However, when the girl ate a bird before him, he became fearful. Regrettably, the girl later died by jumping from a roof. Gabriele blames himself for not exorcising the demon within her, believing it could have saved her life. Gabriele instructs Gabriele to keep a close eye on Henry while he sets out to gather evidence against the demon. During his investigation, he discovers a well in the house bearing a church symbol. Removing the seal, Gabriele uncovers numerous skeletons. Meanwhile, at the church, Gabriele's disembodied head reads a book, revealing the immense power of the demon possessing Henry, capable of possessing multiple people simultaneously. However, the head starts to ache from the knowledge it acquires. The cunning demon summons Gabriele for help, slashing his ear upon arrival. It also throws Julia's daughter and attempts to strangle Julia herself. Gabriele arrives just in time to save them. He then takes Gabriele to the location where he found the skeletons, explaining that it was a place where non-convert Jews were imprisoned as punishment. Gabriele opens a door marked with the same symbol, revealing more skeletons and a priest's skeletal remains locked in a cage, holding a ring. Further exploration leads them to the remains of the world's greatest priest. Gabriele concludes that a powerful demon possessed many people in that place, defying attempts at exorcism and causing their deaths. When the demon within Henry was inadvertently freed, it sought to enter Gabriele himself, using him to commit atrocities in the name of the Church and God. Gabriele, after reading a book, learns the demon's name, causing the demon to become furious. The demon then attempts to possess Henry's sister. Julia intervenes, injecting Henry with a sedative given by the doctor, rendering him unconscious and saving her own life. They restrain Henry and begin the exorcism through prayer. The demon manifests its true power, possessing Julia's daughter, who defies gravity by climbing the ceiling. The demon also threatens Julia's life. The demon offers to spare everyone if Gabriele surrenders to it. Realizing that their lives are in jeopardy, Gabriele agrees, causing the demon to release its hold on everyone. Taking advantage of the distraction, Esquibel advises Julia and her children to leave the place and decides to remain to assist Gabriele. With the demon now inside Gabriele, he attempts to hang himself, knowing that the demon will coerce him into committing evil acts. However, the demon prevents him from doing so, causing Gabriele to vomit blood. Gabriele and Esquibel proceed to the designated exorcism site, and Esquibel recites spells to initiate the exorcism. The demon brings forth the girl whom Esquibel loved, drenched in blood, and she begins to attack him. Simultaneously, Gabriele faces the girl who died due to his past actions. Esquibel places a cross on the girl's head, resulting in her body being torn apart. He then hands the remains to Gabriele, effectively separating the girl from Gabriele. With determination, Gabriele and Esquibel continue the exorcism, successfully banishing the demon to hell. Gabriele's disembodied head is restored to normal. They receive praise for their accomplishments, and another father informs them that there are still 199 similar places where evil demons reside. They are tasked with eliminating these remaining threats. The movie concludes with this scene.